The code here inside the each block is understandable because we've been working on this code for a while. But if you take a step back and try looking at it as if you're a new developer to the project, this code isn't all that semantic. It doesn't describe what it is. What if we could replace all this code with this? With Ember, we can. This is a special kind of expression called a component. A component is powered by its own template and JavaScript file. Let's create this menu item component. A requirement for components is that their name has to have a dash in it, so we can't create an item component. So let's name it menu item instead. This creates the component file that lives in the components directory, and a template file for the component that lives in the components directory, which is in templates. Converting this code to a component will take several steps. First, we need to move the HTML from here to here. Then we need to call the component. Think of a component as a closed box where no information from the outside world can get in. So even though we're using the item variable here, this item doesn't have any connection with this one. So all of these lookups fail. We need to pass the variable on the outside to the one on the inside. There! Now the item inside the component has its data passed in from the outside. And just so you know, these two don't need to be the same thing. I could have named this one food, and updated all of these to food too, and now this would still work. We still have one last step to completely transition to using this component. Components are like custom HTML elements and have a default DOM element of a div. We need to update that to a list item. In the component file, we need to add a tag name property and set it to li. Since the list item also has a class, we can give the component a class with the class names array. The component will now automatically be wrapped in an li with this class, so we can remove them from the template. Now we have a more semantic and descriptive menu template. If a new developer comes along, they'll easily be able to understand what's going on. And if they want to alter what HTML is being used for this menu item, there's a dedicated template for that.